wonderful friends. Thank you for having me at this time. I am Adedayo. I'll be taking year 9, science, and we'll be continuing from where we stopped the last time. Remember the last time we talked about sound energy. I told you that sound is a form of energy. There are other forms of energy, and sound is also a form of energy. Today, we'll be talking about transmission of sound. Transmission of sound. Sound waves need material medium for their transmission. When we talk about wave is a kind of typical every breeze or air that comes with storm. Wave is a type of breeze or air that comes with storm. So sound waves need material medium for their transmission. Therefore, sound waves can be transmitted through gases, liquids, and solid. What simply means is that when we talk about gases, let's look at some things that are gaseous in nature. For example, your gas cylinder for cooking at home. If you see that if you put on the gas cylinder, that is the vacuum or the cylinder, when you put it on, if you have not light your matchstick, what do you hear? You hear the sound. That's a sound. That's a kind of gas bringing out sound. When we talk about liquid, for example, if I have water in a bowl and I try to splash it, it will be making sound. That's liquid. Or when you are pumping your water and the water is coming out, you'll be hearing some sound. When the tank becomes full, it will be pumping and be dropping on the floor, and you'll be hearing some sound. All right. And when I talk about solid, for example, let's talk about solid now. Solid like drums in the church. Our drums in the church, they are solid material. So when they are beating, they produce sound of different types. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Note, sound cannot pass through a vacuum. Yes. I will explain why it is so. However, the speed of sound varies from one medium to another. This one simply means that the sound you hear from gas might not be too loud. Yes. The one from liquid might not be that loud, but sound from solid like drums, they are going to be very loud or louder than these two. That is what we say sound speed varies from one medium to another. So I talk about sound cannot pass through a vacuum. Let's look at this diagram. Let's consider a diagram below. This is an electric bulb. You have it in your house. As this bulb is now, it's an example of vacuum. There is no sound that can be heard inside this bulb except this bulb is broken. If this bulb is not broken, if there will be penetration of sound, that means something is wrong with the bulb. But normally, if the bulb is it's working very well, if you try to shake it or try to fix or try to hear a sound, no sound will be produced from this bulb. Do you know why? Because the bulb is in a vacuum. Yes, it's in a vacuum, and that's why the sound is not being heard. So when vacuum are presented, sound cannot be heard from vacuum, except the vacuum has a part of it that is opened. If a part is not opened, if it's a closed vacuum, there won't be what? There won't be sound made from it. That is the meaning of this electric bulb. Alright, let's go to reflection of sound. Sound waves can be reflected when incident or on hard barriers is placed along the direction of propagation. This one is very simple. When we talk about reflection of sound, all what I've explained, let me just give a simple demonstration. The reflection sound wave is called echo. That's what I really need you to know. This reflection of sound, let's make use of echo. An echo has identical characteristics as the original sound. This is a diagram that will explain everything I've read to you here. Look at this diagram. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of diagram is this? This is just a sound or sounds coming from the mouth of a speaker. This is, for example, this is my mouth. I am the sender or I am receiving. Now let's say I'm sending out or I'm receiving. If I make sound from here, maybe this is a megaphone, I make sound. When I make the sound, for example, watch me as I make this sound. I make the sound, for example, oh, 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 oh. What happened there is that the sound originally is what is there. The original sound is the O that started it. So when the sound starts going, it starts fading. Then it was disappearing. Likewise from the back too. If I make the sound from the back and it becomes so big from the back, when I make the sound oh, 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 the the echo fade. Fade means the echo goes off. That is about reflection of sound. So when sound is originally made as a reflection of sound, the original sound cannot be heard for a long time. As the sound is made, at a point in junction, the sound will fade and then echo will come up. Echo is the sound that is heard after the original sound has been made. Take note. Now let's look at this. Note, echoes are commonly noticed in large halls. Yes. If you make a sound, after some time, you hear the sound repeated in your ears. That sound that is repeated is called echoes. If you want to try it now, you can go to one of the big rooms in your home and make some sound. When you make it sound like you call your name, you can call your name. Shola. The sound that come after it in that big space, those sounds that come after it, dropping one after the other, they are known as echoes. And that's what they call reflection of sound. Okay, let's go further. The repeated sound is the echo of the original sound. So what is the meaning of echo? Echo is just the reflection of original sound. When I pronounce the sound, the one that come after it is just the reflection. That is not the original. The artificial of the original sound made by me. So that's the meaning of echo. At this point, I will drop an assignment with you. The first question says, explain how sounds are reflected on earth barriers. It is in the note. Just to explain how they are made. Second question, what is echo? Divine echo. If you don't know really what echo means, you can make use of the dictionary. Now, activity, this one, you are going to practice this one. You can be in any of the big rooms in your home. Try and make some sounds. Thereafter, listen carefully as the echo fade. Listen carefully as the echoes fade, as they go away. Write out your observation. When you make the sound, what you hear after making the sound, try and write down your. Maybe after the original sound, maybe the echo became louder than the original sound. Write it down. Or after the original sound, the echo could not be heard as the original sound. Write down your observation. At this point, I will draw the curtain. Thank you for staying with me. God bless you.